So in my last video, my mustache was just awful. And it didn't take me long to fix it. I mean, literally, I recorded that like maybe 15 minutes ago, or well, maybe more like 20 or 30 minutes ago. I lost track of time. But yeah, it took me like three or 4 minutes to actually get my mustache in order. I don't know why I didn't do that before my last video, but I don't know. And I just lost my shorts. I've also, because I've lost almost 40 pounds in the past 4 months, these shorts are size 38, and I think I'm now down to a size 36. And I forgot to put on a belt. And my phone in my pocket is pretty heavy. You can't see it, so I'm not pulling them up. Actually, I'm just gonna... If you think I'm joking, I'm not. I am now only in my underwear. I started this video wearing shorts. Now I'm not. I wanted one more thing before I continue. The autofocus is annoying. I hate autofocus, but I wasn't thinking. I thought, oh, maybe I should have autofocus on. And then it kind of ended up being, if you watch the whole thing of my last video, which, as I said, I recorded like literally not long ago, it was a bitch. Why is autofocus so stupid? It had plenty of light to work with. It should have been able to figure it out, but it couldn't. I was autofocused for probably about a third of that video, but whatever. I got a thumbnail out of it. I haven't been uploading much at all recently. It's the few that I have uploaded have been few and far between. And I don't feel like I should have to explain myself because I've only got like just under 600 subscribers, and it's not like I'm ruining anyone's life by not giving them that fresh content. But as I said, I lost almost 40 pounds. I've been on a diet, and it may not seem like that should take up so much energy, but the thing is, you just don't have energy when you're on the kind of diet that I was on. I was on a very calorie restrictive diet. For me, I mean, if it was around 2,000 calories a day, which may seem like, well, that's the daily recommended intake of calories, Adam. How is that a diet? I need 3,320 calories a day. I am a very active human being. I have a very high metabolism. And so that's over 1,000 calorie deficit daily. It was difficult to breathe. Like, you don't even know. I had to stop because the labored breathing was just getting to be a lot. Because I don't know the exact science behind it, but when you burn fat, you don't shit it out. You breathe it out. So your lungs are processing all of this catalyzed fat, which you're then exhaling as, I think, carbon dioxide. I'm not 100% sure. So not only are your lungs filled with this carbon dioxide, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, it's also, which isn't oxygen. So your lung capacity is just cut in half, if not more. It's another reason why you really shouldn't go on super calorie restrictive diets. You should do it a little bit more paced and slowly. The thing is I just don't eat a lot to begin with. So, I mean, I'm not, quote unquote, on a diet, but I still am not eating all of the crap that I used to. And that was a big part of why I went on a diet, is I needed to reset my eating habits. I was eating so much high sugar foods, like Little Debbie's and candy bars that I didn't even like. I have one candy bar which I like, and that is the Milky Way Midnight Dark. I do not like any other candy bar. If you hand me a Snickers, that is disgusting. If you hand me a Baby Ruth, that is disgusting. They are all gross. But I would still eat them because I needed something to snack on. And The diet made it so that it reset my brain to prioritize what I want to eat. It's like, okay, so I need to stay under this amount of calories. This thing's got 200 calories. It's like, so if I eat this, then that's a lot less food I can eat later on in the night. Is it worth it? If it's a midnight dark Milky Way, yes, it's worth it. But if it's a Snickers, no. So I'm just not going to eat the Snickers. Am I going to eat the Little Debbie snack cake? No, because that's like 300 calories for this little frickin' thing. But the downside of that is that, well, not downside, not really a downside, not a downside yet, because I haven't even hit my goal weight. I was about 230, somewhere between 230 and 240 pounds, okay? My goal weight is 180, and I am currently 195. I quote unquote stopped dieting at around 200, and I've since lost 5 pounds because I have stopped eating all this other crap. When I was 230-ish, between 230 and 240, like, I went up and down slowly. I was very plateaued where I was, and that was eating tons of crap. And so now that I've cut that out, I'm still losing, but it's not as rough on my body. Like, my breathing is not as labored as it was because I have gone up probably about 500 calories. Like, I've been eating around like closer to 3,000 calories a day, I would guess. Because it's just a guess because I also stopped tracking, and that's another thing, is I was tracking very meticulously, and that meticulous tracking consumes a lot of time. While this video became about my diet, I am sorry if that does not interest you at all. I was trying to discuss why I haven't been uploading. That is kind of the reason, though. I mean, I guess that does touch on it. Is just the calorie tracking and the dieting. It was such a high. It took a lot. It was a very involved thing, and then on top of that, I had less energy. So that's what it became, is like the energy I did have was either work or whatever was involved with the diet, like figuring out what I could eat, what I should eat. And it's a good thing that I went on this diet, even if that was a bad approach to losing weight, and I should have done it a little slower, because I guess that was like 30 pounds in 2 months. Like, I lost like 30 pounds in 2 months. So it was an effective approach to dieting, but it wasn't a safe approach to dieting. Now what I'm doing now is more safe. It's a little slower. I'm still on my way to that 180, but it might be another 6 months before I get there. Who knows? I might do a hard push to try and get there a little quicker. I'd like to be 180 by the time I turn 31. I'd like to have accomplished something this year. In the 30th year of my life. But so yeah, that's a big part of why I haven't been uploading. And beyond that, it's just my room is very stifling. I don't like being in my room. It's not very conducive to creativity, and it's a mess. Because when it's a mess, it becomes very stifling. I get depressed because it's a mess, and then because it's a mess and I'm depressed, then it gets messier. Like, I am a claustrophobic hoarder. Yeah, let that sink in. I am the worst kind of paradox to be. And so when my room is a mess, and I have so much in such a small space, it's a constant struggle to try and straighten my room out so that it's organized, but then not encroaching on me, and then also stay up on cleaning it when I'm busy doing everything else. And so I don't like making videos in my room, and not even just because of that, but also the room is kind of a reminder of the mediocrity that I am, this entire effort in creating a YouTube channel has been. I started making YouTube videos. The vast majority of my videos were made in that room. The first video I uploaded, which you can't see, it's gone, was made in that room. And that alone just boggles my mind that I've lived in this house for as long as I have. But but it's literally, it just reminds me of like I created this channel at the worst possible time to create a YouTube channel. Like everything was and is in flux. Nobody knows what they can or can't do, what you'll say that'll get your channel deleted arbitrarily with no chance to appeal it because they don't respond to those emails, especially if you're not making the company any money, which I can't make the company any money anymore because they changed the rules, which in itself just sucked all of my motivation. Not because the money I was concerned about the money. Like my channel cumulatively has only made about $80. That's not even enough to withdraw. Like, I'm not concerned about that. The only reason I ever put ads on my video in the first place was because the way the algorithm works is if you're not making YouTube money, YouTube doesn't care. So you have to put ads on your video to get promoted. And I don't know if that ever even worked. And so now, how does that even work in regards to small channels? Like, I don't know. But so, like I said, nobody knows anything. Like, I don't know how to succeed on this platform. And so the idea, of course, it's like you look at other people who have succeeded in recent years on this platform. As I shouted out unnecessarily in my previous video to go watch a Justin Wang video. Justin Wang is a perfect example of this. He has succeeded massively on this platform during this this tumultuous time period in YouTube's the fall of YouTube. And that has a lot to do with his approach to social media as a whole. He's very active on all the major social media platforms, and that is difficult to maintain, especially combined with all the other factors. It's like, how do I maintain how can I be active on Twitter, Instagram? How can I be active on Twitter and Instagram and make a hard push to build my followership, and then also make YouTube videos that I'm happy about, that I'm comfortable with? And the answer is you don't. It just doesn't happen, at least not for me. Other people can do it, I can't. And that's the thing I need to work on, is I need to stop focusing so much on YouTube and start trying to be everywhere at once, which I don't know if I'm even capable of. I don't know if this entire effort has been just a wasted chapter in my life. And if it is, and if everything I've done beyond, learning how to edit video and recording and improving my on-screen performance, like, this is uncut. Like, this is just a free flow of thought at this point. It's like, 2 years ago, I could not do this. This video would have been impossible for me. It would have had to been extremely scripted, and it would have been jump cut the hell out of. But now I am much more comfortable on screen. I can edit. I understand audio equipment. So that all is, I guess, marketable skills, depending on how I want to go forward with my life. But either way, I still feel like if this effort in terms of becoming a YouTuber, or at least successful in this medium, ends up being pointless, then was this time wasted? Because like everything I've learned, I could have learned in a much shorter time period if I was simply focusing on learning them and not trying to do this other thing. So, and that's another thing that my room does. Like I said, it reminds me of the mediocrity that is me, that is this channel, with my the subscribers who I love. You are the greatest. All, I think 580 of you as I record this. I'm not sure. Inexplicably, my subscriber count has been continuously going up, which is a good sign. I have not seen a drop in subscribers in a while, even though I haven't been uploading anything. But so I'm hoping that if I can focus, I can improve that. But then again, yeah. So like with Justin Wang, he's good at social media. He's just he's an expert at it, and he's also got these other outlets to draw in followers, which I don't have, and I didn't have when I started. He was already existed on all these platforms doing his thing for a long time. So he's put a lot more effort into this as a whole for much longer than I have, even though as far as YouTube is concerned, we're probably around the same age. I mean, I think he's like, the YouTube age. Like, I think, but I'm rambling. And it's getting hard to I'm also kind of sick, so the rambling is building up phlegm. Not that you wanted to know that. And wow, this is at 14 minutes and 48 seconds, 49 seconds, 50 seconds. So yeah, I'm not trying to say he was lucky because he hasn't been lucky. He knew what he was doing. He knew the right approach to it, and he was doing it for a lot longer than I have. And I have had the wrong approach to everything. And that is what I need to figure out. Is I need to figure out where have I been making mistakes, and how can I improve upon my execution of social media, my social media takedown. I don't know what to call it. But that all of that, everything I've said in the past 15 minutes, just that's always in my head going on. And so how do I do all of that amidst all of this clutter of self-doubt and frustration and borderline bipolar? Yeah, that's another thing. That's a different thing. But how do I make content? And the answer is I just don't, and I haven't. And I would like to do that, because at least then, if I'm making videos for YouTube and Instagram and whatever else, at least then I'm accomplishing something. So I don't have to feel like, oh, Adam, you're a piece of shit, Adam. Like, what good are you? It's like, oh, well, at least I got a video made. So I really want to try and make a video every day, even if it's just like this one where I'm just rambling for almost 20 minutes. You stopped watching this. I know you have. I am literally just talking to a camera at this point, because nobody is going to watch the full 16 minutes of this, but I am not editing it. It's going up as it is. I think there's an answer somewhere in there to the question of why have I not been uploading, and also the question of why my mustache looked like shit. Maybe I'll make a tutorial video or a demonstration video on how I style my mustache without wax. That would be kind of pointless, because I kind of was basing it off of another person's tutorial. But if that's something you want to see, leave a comment below and I'll do it. I'll make it. I'll make what you want to watch. Thank you for watching. If you have, I know you haven't, but if you're still here right now, or maybe you've clicked to the end, give this video a like, because I'm a whore. And subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment about whatever. Heck, do you have a dog? Did they do something cute today? Tell us about it in the comments below. Thank you for watching again. Have a nice day. Oh, and of course, don't die.